Hi there everyone, it's Sarah here, and I have my second project in the kind of Christmas series to share with you all. I'm off on holiday this week from work, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to head up to my craft shed at the top of the garden and make some tags and Christmas cards. So my previous video was how to make these lovely little Christmas cards, quick and simple, and at the tail end of that video I showed how I'd made these, or I shared the project of these, and what I'm going to do today is go through it from start to finish making these little Christmas tags with you. So I'm going to pop that up there out the way and get started with this. Now I'm going to make a trio. I'm going to make three. I've just cut out some dark craft cardstock. Now this it's a great way of using your scraps actually. This is 2.5 inches by 4 inches, and what I'm going to do is get my crocodile corner chomper, and this is the cloud and scallop one, and I'm just going to pop the scallop edge in at the top. You could cut all three together, just for quickness I shall just do them one at a time. Then if you have a crocodile, we need to make hole punches at the top for the tag to go through and for an eyelet. So I'm just eyeballing that, and we'll chop that. And then I was looking for these actually. Then we'll just put some eyelets in. Now I'm just going to use some of the brown ones. So it's just in case, pop that in and just set that eyelet. That's one done. Two and three. Okay, so then what we want to do is we need to round the bottom corners. So if you've got a corner chomper, just use either the quarter or the 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the quarter, and I'm going to put them all together this time to save a bit of time. And then just corner chomp those. Let's get rid of all this hardware from round about the desk. And that'll give us some room to move. Now on the card that I made previously, I had some leftover cardstock, and it's just a little bit short, but it's okay that way. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I'll get 2 pieces out of this. Now I'm just eyeballing this. There's no need for you to be accurate on it because it's just making a little strip of cardstock across the centre of the card. I'm going to need another little piece, so I'm just going to cut this. 2. And there we go. Now before I put this paper trimmer away, what I need to do is get a couple of strips of this. Wrong one. Oh, good grief. We scored it instead of cutting it there, so we just want a couple of strips of that. And this is a good way again of using up scraps of cardstock and what have you. So where are we going now? Right, so we need to have a little border there, and I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay, so that's that one. That one. And this one. Now what we're going to do is we need to leave some space down here to be able to put in the stamp. So what I'll do is I'll stamp that first. If I can find it. Here we go. So I'm just going to use Hero Arts black dye ink, and this is a clearly bezoated in Stitches Christmas stamp set. I'm just going to put that at the bottom. There we go. That first one didn't stamp up that great. I'm going to try. And line that up. Oh, it looks like I need a pair of glasses now. Not to worry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll leave that one to the side because that's squint. We'll do two. And then it's just a case of putting a little bit in the centre because we don't want it going right to the edge, because we are going to make fishtail banner type edges on the card. Pop that there. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to put a strip of this along the top and the bottom. I'm just going to trim that just now. Oops. And then put another row along the bottom here. And put that up against there. Just trim that for now, and then go on and do this other one. And this one. And two. Okay. So what we want to do now is just trim up these edges of the strips. That's that one. There we go. And then what we want to do is just fishtail these. So cut it up to the centre and then just cut in. And again up to the centre and then in from each edge. And same with this one. There we go. So move those across to the side. So our next stage now is to put the reindeers on and just stamp some snowflakes up here. I've already got the reindeers stamped and die cut because I was working on these yesterday. So I've got a few left. Oh, if I can get a hold of them. So we just need a couple and some foam squares. And these are quite thick. I think these are maybe a quarter. Oh, I'm not saying it's a quarter of an inch, but they're thicker than normal. I got them in the ACI collection pack, so I thought I'd just use those. and then we just take the adhesive off and place Rudolph in the centre of the tag. Like that. Now the next thing that's left for us to do is put the star on, so I'm just going to get the stamp set. This is a stamp set that I've been using. It's got a whole host of loads of goodies on there, and just get a, I'm going to be using Stampin' Up! Craft white ink. And then I'm just putting 3 stars on at the top. So I'll have one up here, one down there, and then one up there. And then just leave them aside to dry, or dry them with a heat gun, because it's a very, very wet ink, this. Just put that there. It's a really juicy ink pad, that one. And I'll pop that there and clean that in a second. So really that's all you need to do, is put a bit of twine on now. And I have some of this natural crafter's cord. It's 100% true hemp, and I'm just going to stick a piece of this on. Except mine's always ends up in a big tangle. There we go. And again, just fold it over. Watch your fingers that don't get covered in this white ink when you do it. Pop it through. Get your little loop and then just tie that off. There we go. And that's the little tags. Simple and easy to make and really pretty. There we go. So I hope you'll join me. I touched that, didn't I? Good grief. I hope you'll join me again. I'm going to try and have a nice project tomorrow for you. Make use of my time off work, and I'll see you all soon. So thanks for dropping in and watching. Bye for now.